Oh, he's cool, calm, collect. 3, 2, 1, go! All right, so we've got a rematch here, folks. It is for some hardware, as these two vertical discs are just unafraid of one another. Flying in, big hit there.
Oh,
for
big
BMF.
hunk of something came off of somebody.
Ooh, CatKong
Nice job, BMF, to drive him into the wall. Yeah.
is
Goes out.
upside down.
Is that? Oh, that's the whole right side.
Oh, wow.
Of CatKong that's lying
Heavy
in the middle of the
damage
floor.
done
Yeah.
by BMF.
Yeah. Yeah, BMF found something to sink its teeth into.
And now,
Okay. A little pause in action there.
little pause in the action as they
Back off.
reposition. And you can hear something sounds off about that weapon with CatKong. BMF, if they can land one more big hit. Oh, that's the sound of that spinner hitting the floor.
Yeah, well, I think he's got body parts that are going into the spinner.
Oh, yeah.
The top armor part is loose. The outside wheel panel's floating around.
This fight belongs to BMF
Yeah.
as it stands.
Yeah.
But of course, CatKong not backing down. We've got still 1:45 to go, so there could be a reversal of fate. BMF cannot afford to let off here. Another piece just went flying from CatKong. And now we have Bulls locking horn as they are jockeying for position in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, my understanding that Martin's also a teacher, and if you lose a match, you fail, of course. So it's to motivate the kids,
Sure.
which is a little harsh in my book, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, what do I know?
Now, it looks like the weapon has stopped on BMF, so this is
Yeah.
going to be a pushing match. So as long as they can keep the aggression high, they've got it on damage.
Yeah, Cataclysm's outside part of the wheel's taken a bunch of damage, but the wheel.
This
And
is
so it's
CatKong.
interesting. His axle's only coming into the robot, so there's no axle bearing thing on the outside.
Yes.
So that's just a protective casing that's been peeled back. And
All
now
right.
they're just kind of let's bash into each other till the time runs out. We have 48 seconds left to go.
And BMF still has a
Now BMF's an
functioning
interesting
wedge.
I like it because it's got two different ends of the robot and they do two different things.
Right.
It's got a spinning drum on one side. He's got I don't know what the material is, but a big edge wedge on the other side.
Yeah.
And now he's just going into wedge mode.
And wedges don't break unless they're peeled off the arena.
Well, I don't know about that part, but we will find out.
You can break the metal. All right.
Are you getting toward pool noodles again? Is this going to come up? Sorry.
All right. Down to the final 15 seconds here.
Yeah, yesterday we were keeping
The
track.
weapon looks like it may be spinning up again on BMF.
Yeah, it does. Both weapons seem
And
to be
both
fitting.
weapons.
Coffee break for weapons. Both of them going.
This has just been a slugfest as we
Yeah.
let's give it up for that fight.
All right, nice job on both parts.
A rematch.
Both robots survived. Weapons kicked out for a little bit. Sometimes that happens. You get a hit and the battery connects up again. Who knows?
If I'm BMF, I'm feeling pretty good about that fight.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But
Now, this
nothing is certain.
This is the front fork of Cataclysm. You get a good look at that.
Yeah. CatKong.
CatKong, I'm sorry. Cataclysm's the other one, right? Yeah. Okay.
Cataclysm's
Yeah,
a heavyweight, yeah.
You'd think I'd be able to sort out this cat routine, but we should ask that why Martin went for the cat. So, I mean, cats are ferocious predators, so you think that's
Sure.
I would guess. Yeah.
Big cats, little cats,
Cats,
all
yeah.
sorts of cats are
Rich cats, tall
capable of
cats,
doing some
fat cats.
fat cats.
Fat
yeah.
cats, yeah. Right. That
All
was
sorts of
Andy Sur, I believe, and his dad had a team called Fat Cats way back in the day.
Sure.
Andrew Soar was a guy I think is still working with Twitch. If
Yeah.
he's out there, shout out to you, Andy. Miss you. Wish you were at the event. You may well be at the event and everyone have yet to run into you. In that case, I apologize. But
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Great guy, great parents.
It was a great fight.
His dad, I guess I tell the story. His dad used to own a TV show, TV station in Los Angeles, I mean in Arizona. And some wealthy Arizona who had just married his 20-year-old sweetheart, 86-year-old guy, wanted to buy her something for a birthday present. She wanted a TV station. So she bought the TV station off of Andy's dad. No negotiations on the price. It was
Yeah.
like, and Mr. Sorrow, Bill Sorrow, thankfully, put all that money into his son's robot career. Yeah. Sort of mutilated version of that story, but pretty much true. It's an old one and a good one. it's, you know, I mean, I don't know how to put this. I know so many people, and I know so much about all of their stories. It's hard. It's hard sometimes to relay because I get so enthusiastic, and you know, I've learned that what I find interesting doesn't appeal to everybody.
Right.
But for me, the whole background of how people got here, I mean, even on the obvious level that we're dealing on this weekend is the education side.
Sure.
And all this stuff. It's really interesting. You know,
It is.
You want to know. I mean, that's why people read biographies.
I mean, people love to know how someone got their start because it
Yeah.
inspires others to get their start.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And once you see the step-by-step of it laid out, it makes it a lot more attainable.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
And I think that's a big thing that the audience relates to. You know, I mean, everybody loves to see the Giants smash and burn.
But you love the story behind it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the Earnhardt family in stock car racing, you know.
Yeah.
Dale Earnhardt and his son, Dale Earnhardt Jr., man, it does not get any better than that. And really, you know, I've been asked this question before. Who in other sports do you think would make a good robot fighter? Because there has to be something different wrong with you. And Dale Earnhardt Sr. would be the last guy I would want to face in here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You think he's just got something about him that would make him a champion?
Yeah. Would make Dale. Oh, you mean in robot fighting?
Yeah.
He won 7 championships. Yeah,
Yes, I'm aware.
Hey, listen, another throwout. We're kind of getting silly here because it's the weekend, and this goes back to my relationship with a lot of the UK bots. And inside the community, there's a little culture, a little cult that goes out around based on Sir Winston Churchill. And there was sort of a certain, I mean, we all love him because of his ability to speak. And Sir Winston Churchill, of all the people who've ever lived, teaches people how to get it done.
Yes.
And really, he's like the patron saint of fighting robots, man. I mean, he's just what he did, and then his use of language. I mean, it's just, for me, it's just unbelievable.
Sure.
Yeah. There was a guy who fought. He's been around a lot. I haven't seen him in a long time, Rob Morrow. And he and I used to get together and do this whole Churchill thing. And it was, I mean, all these different quotes. My favorite one. He was at a party, and his biggest opponent's wife's there, and she goes,
You know, Sir Winston, if I was your wife, I think I should poison your tea. And he goes,
Lady Ascoff, if I were you, I think I should drink it. Sorry. Okay.
You know, of all the places I thought this conversation would go, I didn't think we would get to that.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, I've brought up a lot of nonsense as well.
No, not really. You've been pretty good. I understand all the stuff you're talking about.
Every restaurant reference
I do want to hear more about your restaurant musical. That I find very interesting.
I did make a musical about one night I had at Olive Garden.
So that
7
was the
original
libretto.
songs.
So it's a whole thing. I walked in the door. I picked up my date. We went down. So that's sort of the order of the event of the night. Yeah.
Basically.
Was it a date or were you by yourself?
I was with my co-host. But in the meantime, we've got a judge's decision on that last fight.
And people are probably getting sick of hearing us tell stupid stories, but you know. Okay.
Of course, our winner of that fight, judge's decision, 18-15. Give it up for BMF.